What's going on, gamers? Today we're going to be going over a little bit more Rainbow Six Extraction, and what we're going to be covering is the best equipment that you can have for your operators. So if you want to know what tech you should put on, what ones are going to help you get through the missions much easier, help you survive and just have an overall better time, then stay tuned. That's coming up next. Welcome back, all you guys and girls. As always, for all things gaming, for all things Xbox, then why not hit that subscribe and bell icon. I'll be covering all the latest and greatest games, including Elden Ring, Dying Light 2, and just giving some hints and tips and guides. But for today, we're going to be going over what the best bits of gear are for your operators in order to make them really powerful. So obviously your gear slot is part of your React tech, so you get your explosives, and today we're going to be covering your gear. Once they're all unlocked, you have 7 to choose from, ranging from your recon drone, body armour, all the way down to an anabolic accelerant. But which ones should you be using and why? So what I'm going to do is I'll be putting these in order of what I believe they are from worst to best. Kicking it off, and that's this one, probably the worst one out of the way, and that would be the ammo satchel. The only time that I could see you might want this would possibly be on the very last one, the Maelstrom. But even then, most times you will be fine without it. You can pick things up around the environment. This one seems like a little bit of a wasted slot unless you're really bullet hungry. If you're using a gun that just doesn't seem to have ammunition, this may be the way forward if you're running out of it very often. However, there are items that are definitely, I would say, much stronger and well worth having over this. So if you can do without having this on, you probably should pick something else. The ammo satchel is going to deploy you with 50% more ammunition, meaning from start you've got a little bit extra. If I remember correctly, because I've only used this once because it's just not the best, I think you do get extra ammo when you pick it up from the crates as well. However, it's still not enough to make this worthwhile over the rest of them. This one, I would say in most cases, is one that you should leave well alone. Coming in next, and we have the recon drone. Now this one is actually quite strange because I've put it so low tier. It's not bad in the slightest. Early game, when you've not unlocked much, this can actually be really handy. It will remotely gather intelligence by manually scanning objectives, archaeons and supply cases in camera view. Basically it's a lower version of the one I'm going to get to later, but it is still worth having. So it's a bit strange I'm putting it so low, but the reason for that is because we have a better one much later on. Overall, the recon drone is not bad in the slightest, but I would say with a good team and with this other one unlocked, you're probably not going to be picking this one overall except for very early game. Now these next 3 slots are going to be a little bit trickier because ultimately it depends on how you want to use them. They're all probably roughly around about the same level depending on how your playstyle is, what situation you're in and how you prefer things. But ultimately at number 5 we're going to be jumping over to this one right here, the anabolic accelerant. This one is literally your lifeline if you're in trouble, you're struggling, say you've been knocked down really low health, it's going to boost your health slowly up to a maximum of 50. Think of it as kind of a uh-oh moment and half a health pack's in your pocket. It's really good, and in some situations, especially if you're almost about to go down, this can come in really clutch. Unfortunately, not getting hit is better in most situations, so I'm going to put this one in at number 5, but like I said, all of the ones for the next 3 are very close. But saying that, coming in at number 4, and we're going to jump straight over to this one just here, and it's body armour. Body armour is just really good overall in a group. It gives you a little bit of mitigation, not the most in the world to be perfectly honest because things hit just crazy hard in this game, but as you can see it reduces incoming damage by 20%. Most times things in this hit you for quite a lot, maybe 30, 40 or even 50 every single time upwards, so if it hits you for 50 it's only going to hit you for 40. But if you've only got 100 health, that's still 3 hits rather than 2. Like I said, things hit you hard in this isn't going to make you a tank, but it is still really nice as a little bit of flexibility. The main thing you're going to use it for, probably more so than that though, is that when you do actually go down, always fall to down but not at while wearing body armour. Meaning if you've got body armour on, someone can pick you up. This can work out really handy if you're in a team with someone such as Finka who can revive you when you've fallen on the floor. For team play, body armor's good, or of course there's another option out there, this one right here, the Revive Kit. Revive Kit is perfect early game. If you're learning the ropes, if you're worried about falling over, if you're still working the game out, a Revive Kit is coming in perfect. But it can be used late game as well. When you get knocked down to down but not out, you can revive yourself one time. Basically it's your get out of jail free card for one time. If you would have fallen down and you could have got back up, now you can. Like I said, pretty much can be worked into any loadout and just great for those moments where things have gone wrong. Now jumping over to our second place.
Grenadier.
And no doubt a lot of people will be scratching their heads saying I'm completely wrong, but I think this is completely broken, overpowered at the moment. It's just too good. Explosive Harness increases your explosive carrying capacity and you deploy with 3 additional react explosives. It doesn't sound like anything amazing in the slightest. You're probably clicking off the video now and wondering why I haven't picked the Revive Kit or the armor above it or pretty much anything. But the reason I've placed it on second is because it does that at the start, but it also means you get those additional 3 every single time you collect those react crates as you're going through the mission. There's a ton of them, an absolute ton of them. If you're picking them up as you go, especially if you're in a team that's really tightly knit and they're letting you pick them up so you're the only one who's got the extras, this plus for example gear up on your character that gives you another extra grenades means that you're going to have 7 every single time you pick up that extra tech. You can man an absolute abundance of grenades and whatever type you choose. So for example, if you wanted 25 paralysis grenades and you wanted to do takedowns all day long, you very well could. If you wanted 31 cluster grenades, you could probably make that happen as well. Pick up the tech, pick your favourite grenade and absolutely go to town as you massacre the enemies in whatever playstyle floats your boat. This would almost definitely be my top slot if it wasn't for this next one, which is this one just here, the XR Recon Drone.
Showstopper!
This little buddy right here will save your life over and over again, because knowing where the enemies are is very important in this game. You've got operatives that scan, you've got things that scan, you've got mines, you've got grenades, you've got pretty much everything in the game is about trying to be stealthy, trying to not get caught out, and trying to not get hit as much as possible. Having a drone like this, that can mean you know where every single thing is on the map, is pretty broken at the moment, because it means you can pretty much scout out the whole area and just make sure you can take your time and not have to worry about the enemies anywhere near as much. Want to go past them? You know where they are, just walk past them out of their line of sight or far away from them. The only thing you've got to make sure about with this is that you don't take too long, because obviously each one of the areas is on a timer. But ultimately, if you can, pop this in one of your slots on one of your operators in the team and you'll definitely thank me for it, because the whole game will become much easier as they recon everything in the area and you go and take them out whilst they're doing that. And for that reason, this one right here is definitely my top pick for the gear tech choice. But as always guys and girls, let me know what you all think in the comments. There's quite a few. Like I said, the Revive Kit, the Anabolic Accelerant and the Body Armor are very personal choice. I had to place them somewhere, you probably got them in slightly different order, but the others are pretty bang on. XR Recon Drone and Explosive Harness for me are definitely going to make the game easier and just make it a lot more fun as well. As always guys and girls, drop a comment, let me know what you all think. For all things gaming, for all things Xbox, take care, I'll see you on the next day.